Hi. I didn't think I'd be expecting to make this video. It's like 3:30 in the morning where I am. And I just saw this. A friend notified me about this. I think they feel a little bit bad because I was just talking about some really crazy news about Corpse Party. I just found out something about I'll make a video about that separately. This is something different. So literally just like a couple days after I started doing tier list stuff, I said something like, "Oh, it'd be really sad if like Chin never stopped because we all respect him," and I feel like I kind of jinxed it, cause Chin just archived the Modern Special Law playlist and said it's finally time to move on. This is a very big thing, obviously. Like Chin, I kind of. Gosh, this is hard to talk about. This is very sudden. I don't want to do this now, obviously. This is very fresh in my mind. I don't want to delay talking about this. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't, and this is entirely unexpected. I've always kind of felt like, because Chin did take it some pretty huge breaks. I mentioned that. I always kind of like had this feeling that maybe we were all a little bit too hard on him in some points, and the kind of quality that comes into Law now, it was a bit too much for Chin. I feel like his tastes obviously are very different. I think him transitioning from the Frollo Show to Law and trying to bring the Frollo Show stuff with him. Obviously, a lot of people didn't click with it. It's a very different vibe, and people didn't like it, and he got a little bit bothered by that. And since then, he's kind of like bounced back a little bit. But there's always been like little things here and there where it felt like he didn't really like get it, like the Mama Luigi thing. Like, oh, he didn't really feel like Mama Luigi had as much to work with compared to EVGN. Like, he really seemed like passionate about doing EVGN. Like, he made it himself. It seemed like this. I mean, Law is a lot of work. I'm gonna be real. Like, I can't blame him. I don't think anyone can blame Chin. Law was a big thing, and he always was passionate about like a lot of other projects. Law was just kind of like something he kind of put to the background for a long time. I can't blame him. This is really sad. This is like the first time I think like a major Law creator has kind of like said, you know what, I think I'm done. Like a lot of Lawls that are still going on right now have always been around. The only ones that kind of stopped were like the ones that stopped early. So it's kind of weird to finally see like the person who started it all finally hang up the towel. I'm gonna be sad, honestly. It feels like there was still like so much stuff I wanted to see from Chin. Chin's made so much. Clearly he had plans to do more too, like Ricky Gervais, Mess and Fags, and Brent. Like, he animated stuff for them. There was like, and they look so good. And he still made like small little bits and things here and there. Maybe that was the thing, that kind of like the fact that he wasn't doing like full like moveset reveals all the time. Like, he was doing like little singular moves. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I kind of wonder if I pressured him a little bit. I don't want to make this about me. I don't want to do that. This is about Chin. But I feel like I wanted to make a video because obviously, like, this is just happening. Obviously, I stayed up to this today. I wanted to just say I guess thank you, Chin, for, I mean, honestly, coming back and still trying to do stuff. Like, it takes a lot to, like, realize, you know, this summon isn't for me anymore. And I think you've found your thing, obviously, and you want to stick to it. And that's fair. I totally respect that. I still love, like, all the rest of your stuff. It was never just about Lawl with me. I love the Frollo Show. I love Leaf Fighters. I saw, like, a couple of the first ones. I love Start Room. I love Threat RPG. And even like some of your funny goofy animations you do for fun now and then like are so good. You have a good sense of humor. Like you left a huge impact on this community. I know it's probably been really hard to kind of bounce back into it. But you still did, you know, like you clearly took a lot of criticisms to heart as well. Like whenever you came back with the Irate Gamer Neutral Beast Showcase, and like you do like 3 separate break the targets things, that's crazy. Like that's incredible. The fact I think you went out on a good high note. Like we may not get any of those other characters, but Pyron was definitely like a really good moveset. I'm glad it wasn't like a bad one to end out on. You really left a great impact. Hmm. It is gonna be sad though. Like I will say right now, there were a lot of projects I did want to do with Chin's older stuff. I still want to talk about the Frollo Show, obviously. I still want to talk. I have other things I want to talk about with Law as well, not just the movesets. Where Chin puts a lot of love and care into other animations he's done, like subspace stuff. I feel like because you know we kind of crapped on subspace, the last thing. I really wanted to go back and actually analyze a lot of it. And just like I want to like show appreciation to Chin. And, like show we are very thankful. Obviously, this is a very big thing to happen, and I don't want to him. I want him to feel like obviously that we don't care. I want to like send him off on a high note. I want to like wave a handkerchief as him, and he sails off into like the sea on his like yacht or something. I want him to like feel comfortable, obviously. Like wow. I guess like all I can say is thank you, Chin, like for making it like all this that you did. Like it was a short like return run, like it wasn't that much, but this is still a lot, obviously, and I am very thankful that you are like obviously like how do I say this? That it takes a lot of courage, obviously, like to admit something's not your thing and kind of just move on. Like I'm you haven't made a community post, obviously. Like as of this time, I see it's only like this playlist description, obviously, and you put that video there. um, I guess I guess I'm really excited to see what you do next. Like let me see here. Everything else is basically like Leaf Fighters is archived. The only thing that isn't archived is the Frollo Show and your Chin bits, which I mean, I guess that makes sense. I do look forward to see when you do next. I know, obviously, you plan to do another episode with the Frollo Show, probably. I mean, the last one, obviously, as it's in your banner. I saw it when this changed. I'm very excited for this. But if this is the final episode of the Frollo Show, I'm curious what you will do next. Are you gonna make a new series? Are you gonna like do other stuff? Are you going to go back into like doing darker stories? Because I know like one of the reasons why you kind of pulled back on it a little bit is because you were worried about the reception to the Frollo Show ending previously. I'm very much looking forward to what you do next. I'm still going to say subscribe to you. I'm not going to unsubscribe. Obviously, I want to see more. You do great. I mean, obviously, you could also just stop. You could literally just upload the last Frollo Show episode. It could be good, it could be bad. If you say, you know what, that's it, I'm done. My career on YouTube is over. I'm gonna do something else. And, if you do that, obviously, well, I wish you the best success. Obviously, um, I hope we do still see you around. Obviously, you kind of leave comments here and there. On like Law videos still like, obviously it's not your thing now, as you said, but you know yeah, I thank you, Chin. Obviously you're like, you're very amazing. I know I'm praising you so much, and we barely ever talk. I don't think we've ever talked. I always miss you whenever you do show up. um but I still want to like thank you, because obviously you're a big part of my childhood, obviously, and I would feel very bad if like you you know yeah. I wish you the best, Jen. I hope you are well, and I hope you have a lot of success in your future as well. I am very much looking forward to the final episode of the Frollo Show and whatever you do next. Um, that's it for now. Sorry if it was a little bit long and I didn't really like kind of repeating myself a bunch. I've never really. This is obviously it's very late at night. This is very sudden. Um, Obviously something else is coming out later today that won't be as negative, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, I gotta get up tomorrow, so good night. Hope everyone's well. I hope Chen is well, obviously, as well.